What's good, y'all? It's DJ Valid here back with another episode. Today I want to talk to y'all about financial freedom. Financial freedom. Now, people first thing gonna say, "Who are you to give any advice about financial freedom?" We only want to take advice from people who have it. That's not a way to really look at things. I used to think like that. Like only somebody who has something can help me get somewhere. No, life is full of so many twists and turns and left turns and right turns and straight up just loops that it's designed for you not to fully figure it out. So this is what me tell you about financial freedom, right? When you getting advice from somebody about about money, don't just look at what they have and don't have. That's a common thing to do. Listen to what they're saying, because I remember there was some dudes that I was in the city and I spoke. You speak to some dudes that's, if you want to call them bums or homeless people or whatever you want to call them. Those people have a lot of knowledge. Now, I'm not saying I waste my time just walking around the neighborhoods trying to find homeless people to talk to. But we're talking about human beings. It's interesting because human beings that were once something, right? Someone or something. They were kids too. They grew up. They had ambitions. And some of them actually made it to certain levels of success. And they fell back to rock bottom. Now, some people don't ever get back up from rock bottom. Some people are stuck. Some people it incapacitates them. You know what I mean? Because imagine having millions and then falling for whatever reason. It could be something negative where somebody stole your money. Something your woman stole your money. It could be you just being an a-hole and you lost all your money. Point is, you had certain things and you don't have it anymore. So it's hard to build back up to that level. A lot of people commit suicide when they lose their money because that's all they got is their money. Their money defines them. I was always about the grassroots. I was always about the struggle. Still about it to this day. I don't believe, and I think I've had this somewhere in my video somewhere. I don't believe in struggling. I don't believe black people should be struggling. But it is a social engineered world, right? It is engineered a certain way, But I encourage black people not to make themselves a victim as far as getting money, because there's many ways to get money. You know what I'm saying? You can get more money if you give away your morals and your values. You can go straight to the top, or you can work on yourself, know thyself, and then go after money. And something beautiful happens where you won't compromise your core for money because you spent so much time building yourself up. That's what the grassroots is about. One thing I don't worry about is the climb. Don't worry about the climb. Worry about getting to the top. Sometimes when they talk about when somebody's climbing a mountain or a tightrope or something, don't look down. It's a psychological thing. You see, if you look at your climb on the way there and you look at who's not messing with you or who don't have this or if you concentrating on what other people are doing instead of just putting focus into what you're doing, you will get diverted. You will start to create, because remember, we're human. We think, man. Especially if you think, you will always be thinking of this and why is this and why is that and what, who, what, where, when. You'll always be thinking that. What in turn you should do is just make a goal. Make short-term goals if you want. Make long-term goals if you want. But make a goal and literally just look at it. And that's it. Nothing else. Don't look for, if you're heavy involved in social media, don't look for likes. Don't look for DMs if you're a beautiful woman. That doesn't validate you. What you do outside of these social media outlets is what defines you. So if you have a real talent, I say work on it and just put it out there, man. I've seen people that been on YouTube X amount of years and their videos are just now getting seen and just now getting heard because it's just relevant to the time. There's artists out here that have been doing things like I've heard but not as popular. He's not as popular as maybe now because of, I think, Vlad TV or whatever the case may be. But his name was Sugar Free. Sugar Free been a beast. But it's now that resurgence. When you see him now, you go, oh, it was this, you know what I'm saying? It's more of an audience. You get those the cameras now. Everybody can see everything. Sometimes it's all about timing. So what I'm doing now is just gonna put my material out there, put some freestyle out there, put some talking points out there, put things out there, because one thing I do know is that what my father was told me, somebody's always watching. That one thing I always believe in. Somebody is always watching, always listening. This how this world is set up. It's why you think there's so much cameras everywhere. You can't drive down the highway without a camera. It's a reason why so much cameras and so much money is being invested to looking at you. You who think you're an average regular person. You're not. But it's a campaign to keep you regular, keep you average, keep you on the route of, okay, work this 20 years of something you don't like doing, because you can work a job you like doing, but work this 20 years of this job, make this money, you have these kids, raise these kids, die, and continue the cycle. People need to watch that movie, They Live. They encourage you to reproduce. They encourage it. When the guy put his sunglasses on in They Live, right? Watch They Live. He went like this. And every time he looked at something like a sign that had like let's say a modeling thing with a model on or something, he put his sunglasses on and it say reproduce. And he like, what the? He look in the magazines and it's all just money, repetitive, just straight repetitive stuff. And I'm like, that's literally what the world is right now, man. It's a bunch of repetitive stuff. It's about, let's look at movies. When's the last time you got an original movie? When's the last time you got an original song? I don't care what genre you're in. When's the last time you got an original song? You have to dig very deep under the surface to find anything. And that shouldn't be. Majority of us are at the top. A majority of us are on the surface, is what I should say. And in order to dig under, you have to, not a lot of people know how to go for underground this or find that type of stuff. It's not, the real talent is never being brought to the forefront. You have to go searching and digging for it. And I don't think it should be like that. I believe that your talent should be, one, you should harness your talent, but two, it should be avenues for people with talent to explore it. You know, it's just it should be, I might have to create it. It has to be a program to harness talent for youth. All youths. I seen a video the other day. You know, Twitter is weird like that. I just got back on Twitter of youths doing speed runs with rollerblades. I didn't even know that was a thing, but that to me was original. You understand? And people took to it. There's little babies doing it. It's a culture now. That's what we need, man. We need some originality coming back into this. We need some love coming back into this. Right now, you can see that the music is loveless. I mean, every other day is a new rapper gone, bro. I've never seen this ever. Most things that have happened since 2019 to now, you haven't seen, you know? So that should tell you right now that that's a new time, and that's a time why you see me come back onto Twitter and come back into YouTube and just showing my face and put myself out there, because if you're a real one, you know that you feel it. There's a shift in the climate and the time. Things are changing. Whether for the good or the bad, that can only be seen in the future. The present, though, tells me you got to do what you got to do right now. I mean, working on putting your stuff out there now, whatever it may be. So this video is, in a sense, just to have a little talk with everybody, because it's valid talks and just talking. But also to give a little encouragement and motivation, right? Like I always tell y'all, I am nobody. But I am somebody. But I am nobody to give you advice. Because who am I? Like Styles P say, who are you and who am I? My mind is a prison and I'm stuck inside, right? Who am I to give you advice? But if you're willing to take it from somebody who's experienced things and been through things in life, mentally, physically, unjust stuff, all that, I've been through it. I'm black. I've been through it. Not saying all black people, but I'm black, and I live in Southside. I lived in Southside Jamaica, Queens, basically all my life. So I've seen and been through some injustices. I went to school up in Rochester, New York, so I experienced some racism and stuff like that. Come on, man, I've experienced a little here and there. So what I'm talking is not like just some airhead, you know. This is well thought out stuff. Watch the movie They Live. Focus and make your short-term goals of what you want to do in life, and stick to it no matter what. Because one thing I know for sure is the devil's always gonna creep in your mind. He is that. Do not pretend like you don't hear it. It's that voice that tells you, just go over there, mess with that girl. Don't use a condom. It's always that whisper, right? Go over there and you got nothing to do. Just bust that corner and go around this and that and do that, right? He'll always have a voice in your head. That devil on your shoulder, he'll always have a voice in your head to lead you down the wrong path. It's up to you if you want to listen to it. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to come with y'all, do a quick talk. I ordered my gaming chair, so that's what I'm waiting on to do my little video game thing. I need a comfortable gaming chair because this ain't working. I don't know what this is. This is the granny chair. I don't know what this is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm waiting for my gamer chair. I'm trying to get the red joint, and we're gonna pick it up from there. It's your boy DJ Val. If you have any insights that you want to share of anything I said that I touched on that made you feel like you wanted to, comment, please comment. If you don't want to comment, don't comment. If you don't like it, put dislike. If you like it, put like. I encourage freedom, just freedom of choice, something that seems today to be in danger. I don't know, maybe it's just me. DJ Valid. DJ VALIDD. You know what I mean? Subscribe, like, share.